Okay, this is a 1956 Farmall 400 diesel. These tractors are old. They were plagued with problems from the beginning, and there is a very specific way you have to start and turn off these tractors. If you don't do it correctly, then you can damage the engine, and they are extremely expensive to repair. So, I'm going to walk you through how to do this. On the right hand side of the tractor, if you were sitting in the driver's seat, is the sediment bowl bulb for the gas side of this engine. First thing you need to do is turn the gas on. After you get the gas turned on, you need to go ahead and start it and let it warm up. The Farmall diesel engine used in these tractors relies on a gas system to warm the head temperature up enough to be able to switch it over to diesel. First thing you have to do is you need to turn the ignition switch on, give her a little bit of choke, make sure that the transmission is neutral. Lever on the left hand side of the tractor right here, you need to pull this back. That engages the gas side of the engine. Now I'll go ahead and crank it over and see if it'll start. There we go. A little bit too much choke. We've got it started now. Now that it's started, we'll let it sit here and run for a minute or two on the gasoline side. Play with the choke just a little bit. Okay, she's going to stay running. Now that the gas side of the engine is running, you need to come over and turn on the diesel side, which is located underneath the gas tank towards the center of the tractor. Get this turned on and make sure that that's going. While we're doing that, we'll do a quick inspection to make sure that we don't have any new diesel leaks and that the water fuel separator is full of diesel fuel, which it appears to be. Alright, now that that's going, we'll give her just another minute or so here. While we're doing that and letting it warm up, we'll rock around, make sure that all the tires are inflated, don't have any flats. Probably the easiest way to do that is just to give them a kick so you know whether or not they're soft. The front tires on this tractor should be between 30 and 35 psi. The back tires should be between 12 and 15 psi. Psi means pounds per square inch. Alright, so we've got that going. We've got oil pressure's good. And at the moment we're watching the temperature gauge. We want to see that get it move just a little bit. When it moves just a little bit, we'll be advancing the throttle, which is right here, to about between half and 2/3 throttle, and at the same time we will be pushing this lever forward. What this does is it turns off the gas flow from the carburetor to the intake, and it engages the diesel side of the system. Turns on the injection pump, allowing it to start and run on diesel. So again, we're just kind of waiting for this gauge here to move a little bit, indicating that the head has started to warm up. These tractors, if you don't start them and shut them down right, can and will crack the head, and that's definitely not what you want. So, we're not moving just yet. It should move here any second though. Now when you throw the lever on the left forward, you want to move the throttle lever at the same time, which is going to require two hands. So I'm going to have to set the phone down for just a minute to do that. Alright, It looks like our temperature gauge is moving. So we'll give it just another few seconds here to make sure that it's going to go all the way. All right, it's moving, so right back. All right, there we go. The tractor is now running on diesel. Should be able to hear the change in it. It's running fairly smooth. Getting a little bit of white smoke, which is to be expected because the engine temperature is not up to where it should be yet. Now, if you've been running this tractor hard, plowing or disking or anything else, and your temperature gauge is up in the green or the run, you'll switch this back over from diesel to gasoline, which again requires 2 hands. So I have to set the phone down for just a moment. Switching back from diesel to gas is just the opposite. It's from gas and diesel. You pull the lever back and you on the left of the tractor, and you take your throttle and you put it all the way back to the stop for idle. Okay, now while the engine would be cooling off, you go ahead and turn your diesel fuel off, which again is located right underneath the gas tank. Now from here, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. Some people prefer to turn the gasoline off to the engine and let it run itself out of gasoline. I personally do not choose to do it that way. I prefer to just turn the engine off when it's done. So turn the ignition off, turn the key off, and that should be the end of it. Yeah, I didn't let it warm up quite enough. It dieseled a little bit on me. Once that's done, you go ahead and you turn the gasoline off, and at that point, you will have started and shut down a 1956 Farmall 400 diesel correctly. All right, that's that. Thank you.